Hello, I'm Les Cookson. Thank you so much for requesting this free Old Masters inspired drawing trick. Over the past 16 plus years of researching and recreating the tools and techniques of the Old Masters, I have come across a lot of very interesting devices. What I'm going to show you today sort of has the feel and setup of a Renaissance era grid with sort of the taste and feel of using a camera lucida. In fact, doing this trick kind of gives you the idea what it would be like to use a camera lucida, more like the Lucy drawing tool, the modern camera lucida that I've recreated because it has a more brighter, more usable image. But it gives you sort of the idea of what the old masters might have been doing when they were using a camera obscura or camera lucidas. But it's just with stuff you have from around your house. This trick will allow you to draw any still life, any object in about 3 minutes, and I'm going to attempt to teach it to you within 3 minutes as well. So here we go. So I have set up in front of me here, this is a picture frame that I took the picture out of, and now it's just a pane of glass. And I put a bar clamp this way, and a clamp here attaching to the table. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. If you don't have a picture frame you want to use, this could be as simple as standing in front of a window or a sliding glass door, placing what you want to draw on the outside, and then drawing on the glass like I'm going to show you here. So you don't have to do this whole setup. You can just practice on a window in your home. I'm going to be using a permanent marker, a Sharpie permanent marker, fine point. When you draw on glass with a permanent marker, it comes off super easy with isopropyl rubbing alcohol. And so you don't have to worry about staining the windows in your home if you do that. If you want to be more cautious, you can use a dry erase pen and you don't have to worry about any of that. But I'm going to use a Sharpie because it won't smudge. And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to have the object in front of you here, and same with a camera lucida, if you're familiar with that device. I'll talk a little more about that later if you're not. The closer you put it, the larger it'll be when you draw it out on the glass. And the further you push it back, the smaller it's going to be. That's how you resize it. You might as well make it as large as possible. So we'll put it right here, touching the glass here almost. And so the trick here, it's the same sort of effect that you're going to get with a camera lucida, that it's kind of like a virtual image. When you move your head, the object's going to move relative to the marks that you're making. And so what you want to do is close one eye. Make sure you close one eye, otherwise you're going to get cross-eyed. Close one eye and pick a spot to start. Mark one spot. So here I'm going to draw around this apple. Now, I'm going to draw around that apple, then I'm going to come over here to this pear over here. I'm going to draw around this pear, but as I'm drawing this pear, I'm going to take a look at that apple, make sure I'm still lined up with that apple. So that as I'm making new marks, I make sure I'm still lined up with the marks I made previously. And it's as simple as that. As simple as drawing around the image, but as you draw, just make sure that you're marked up, that you're lined up with the marks you already made. If you want to take a break, you want to stretch, you do whatever, get up, come back, just sit down, close that one eye again, move your head until the marks line back up with the image, and just start drawing again. Keep what you want, leave out what you don't want, and just draw around this image until you have a good sketch. Alright, so there it is, that simple. You just draw it out on the piece of glass like that, and you have a perfect sketch, and you can do that in easily under 3 minutes. And once you have your little setup there, you can do one still life after another. Now, obviously, that sketch sitting on this piece of glass, in and of itself, is a great exercise. It's going to teach you a lot about perspective and teach you how to draw. But let me show you how you can transfer this image off onto a piece of paper so that you can finish it however you want. This isn't part of the drawing trick as much as it's just a way to then make use of this. Just throw a piece of paper over the top of what you drew on the glass. If you drew this on a window or a sliding glass door, just tape it right on the window or sliding glass door. On a window, you're going to have light coming from the outside that will make it instantly be able to just trace right over it. In this instance, I'm going to throw a light under here. If you have a light box or something of that, light box or some other light source, you can throw it under there. I'm just going to use this little light I use for video calls. Then just trace the image off onto your paper. This is, you're not necessarily learning anything at this point, because this really is just tracing. But you're getting that image off onto your paper. And you can do this as many times as you want. You can make multiple copies, and so you can finish it multiple ways. All right, so there it is. You get your sketch, finish it however you want. Color pencils, shade it with pencil. You get a perfect little sketch. If you're interested in hearing more evidence of how we know the old masters were using not just grids, but more interesting, I'd say, camera obscura and the camera lucida, I'll send you a video that goes over some of the evidence that shows they were using these devices, because they were very secretive about it. But fortunately, you can find the fingerprints in their paintings, along with information how you can use these tools still today. If you're interested in taking this technique to the next level, I recreated the camera lucida, the Lucy drawing tool. It has a larger, brighter, adjustable image. It's much easier to use than the old historical device, something sort of taking the historical device and making it useful again. But it's a similar kind of feeling you would get with this, but just on a bigger, simpler scale. You put whatever you want in front of you, you look down through the view hole, you draw right over the image onto your canvas, onto your paper, onto any surface, and then you can finish it however you want. So I can send you more information on that later, just so you can learn about that. But for now, thank you so much for taking the time to learn this little trick, and I hope you have fun with it. Thank you.